And this week we're going to be talking about assessment tools. And so I wanted to introduce you to several of them. Some of these I'm sure you've used before or you've seen before. So probably not a great big brand new item for some of you. Let's get through it. We are going to be looking on our Google Classroom this week. Now, I know at the beginning of the class, I had you guys all enroll. You were all there. That's also where I put the midterm survey. And now I see only a couple of you did that, but that's there. So I'm sure you can get into that. If you don't remember where your Google Classroom is or how to get into it or whatever, let me know and I'll help you get there again. So I know all of you are enrolled. You've all been there at least once. So we're at least that far ahead. You're going to find a Kahoot, a Quizzes. You're going to find a Quizlet, a Google form, and you're going to complete each of those and show me that you just understand how it works. Now, there's going to be specific directions on Google Classroom for each one, how to use them, what to do with them, and all that kind of stuff. These are just some formative and summative assessment tools that we use online. Again, I'll bet that some of you have heard of all four of these, and that's great. I'm going to have you also explore 3 online assessment platforms that are not listed, so other than those 4 that I gave you, and review them for the rest of the class. There's a link in Classroom. If you can't find anything on your own, this link has 75 different types of assessments that are online. You're welcome to use any of those. Or maybe you find some of your own. There seems like there are new ones coming out every couple of months. I can already think of 1 or 2 that I'm using this year that aren't on that list. So, finding those is a pretty easy thing to do. So find 3 online assessment platforms and do some reviewing for us. We're going to want to know how each one works. Find some positives for the platform. Is it easy to use? Can they use their own devices if you're not a one-to-one school, or if you don't have a cart of computers in your room that you can borrow or whatever? How easy is it for them to use? Is it easy for the teacher to use? Is it easy to set up? Can you easily incorporate that into your class? For example, with Quizlet, I know that I can go into Quizlet, I can search essentially the title and chapter number of a textbook that I'm using, and there seem to be usually some teachers who have already made Quizlets that are ready to go. I'd say that's pretty easy to incorporate. On the other hand, I used to use a program called what was that? That one was Click It, and that one took a lot of front loading. I had to make these copies. I had to laminate them. I had to make questions. It was a lot of front load. So there's a big difference in how easy it is to incorporate. So are there pre-made assessments that you can access without having to invent the real wheel every week, so on and so on. Also, voice is running slow today. Explain exactly how each one works. Find some negatives of each platform. Does it cost a lot of money? Is it difficult to create your own? Will students find it easy to use? Can students cheat? So I know that most of these are really in a game format, even. A lot of these are. But even that way, students will find a way to cheat, even if it's a game. So that's one thing that I find, especially in middle school. So figure out the fidelity of the access as well. And do students find it engaging? Is it going to be fun? If it's not fun, then it's really no different than just giving them a review sheet and telling them to fill it out. So think about those kinds of things. Choose one of the 3 platforms and create your own assessment for a topic that you may find yourself teaching in the future. So if you're going to be teaching a phys ed class, and even in phys ed classes, we have to have an assessment of some sort, other than a physical assessment. Maybe it's the rules of basketball, or it's how to safely lift weights or something like that. make an assessment using one of the platforms, one of the ones that you did a review on, and you'll turn that into Google Classroom as well. You're going to find multiple assignments in Classroom. Then they break down what to do in each one. So if you go start at the top and head down, I'm going to get there right now. And here's your Google Classroom. Now remember, all of our stuff is under classwork. When you first sign in, it'll take you right to the stream. There's some announcements there, but they're not really to your assignment. So go to classwork. We're in week 11. So I've given you a list of the possible tools you could use. That's a list of 75 things. There's a place to upload your review once you get it. Then there's a Quizlet to take, the Kahoot to take, and a Google form example. So really, this is just my Chapter 4 test that I give. These Quizlets and Kahoots kind of go with that to give you a little heads up. I'm not looking for how you perform on it. I'm not looking for people to get 100% A's and all that. Just looking to make sure that you can get through it and that you see how it works. Down here, there's the quizzes assignment, which that one you choose whatever topic you want. You just go into quizzes, find something that looks interesting. It could just be on, how many people think the earth is flat or whatever. It doesn't matter to me what it is. Just do one and then show me you know how to do it. And down here is where you will upload your assessment that you make based on your reviews that are up here. So whatever you review up here, pick one of those, make up an assessment, and upload it right up there. These are pretty easy to use, and I'm not anticipating you're going to have some big problems with them. But if you do, obviously, shoot me some questions, and I'll help you get through them. These are all broken down into smaller points this time, so that not each one of these is a 50-point assignment. So work your way down through them, and I think you'll find this is not a terribly difficult one this week. And I will see you later.